I'm so excited. Look at this. I know it's not going to stay this way, but oh, you can't see it on the video. There's like all this space above my head. Can I tilt? Look at all that space.
Hi, I'm Kiki, and after a year living in my Berlingo Silva, roaming around Scotland, I've bought a bigger van. Join me as I figure out how to turn this Renault Trafic van into my new home. This is my new home, or is going to be my new home very soon. She is a Renault Trafic and has, at the moment, too many extra seats and a sleeping bag that my brother lent me for the journey home in case I didn't make it in one go. But she is going to have 3 front seats, which will be perfect because I can take 2 passengers, which I have missed being able to do. She's currently got some bits and pieces that are going to be sold with Silva in the front there. But she is shiny and new, well, mostly shiny. And these back seats are going to need to come out, and so is the bulkhead. She's currently parked on the road outside my friend's house. I'm going to be moving her onto the driveway later. We just haven't quite done that. So in the back, I have a mat that's an old one that's been discarded from my nephew, which is going to maybe be helpful at some point because it's got a bit of padding. And at the moment, a whole load of ply that I need to get off so that I can then dismantle the bulkhead, which I also need to sell to try and make some money and get rid of really quickly so that I can work on her because I have nowhere to store that. I am quite excited that this is going to be my new home. I just have to figure out how to take out everything and line it. Getting into it at the moment with the ply and no insulation under it, it sounds super hollow, so I'm very excited to get insulating and things, but I haven't ordered my insulation yet because I'm not exactly sure how much I need until I measure everything, which means getting some stuff out first. At the moment it just feels a bit overwhelming because there's so many things that I need to order. I've got a bit of a limited time frame to kind of get at least a basic home out of this, and yeah, until I kind of measure everything and get stuff ordered, it's just a lot. I haven't built a van out like this before, and it's like there's so much to learn about, like insulation and then how to do stuff and how to make things, and I'm really looking forward to getting going and starting it, but at the moment it's just like, whoa, just so many things to look up and figure out like what things are best to buy and how to insulate well but also not lose a ton of space because it's not like a massive van. I can't completely stand up in here, so I don't want to lose like a ton of space because being able to mostly stand up might be quite useful, especially for like getting wetsuit trousers on, which, you know, I currently do outside but I've been known to do in the back of Silva. I'm looking that way because Silva's parked over there at the moment. Yeah, it's all a bit interesting, so I'm going to get started and then hopefully it will feel less overwhelming. Right, so I managed to get all the ply out of the back of the van. Had a little bit of help from Steve where a couple of the screws were just really stuck. He knows how to get that kind of thing out. I am still learning.
Done.
Ooh, thank you. Got some of the bulkhead stuff like detached. I've got like the struts removed because they were bolted in. I managed to get them off. Now I need Steve and a drill to get, like, I don't know if you can see them behind me, the other things off. I'll take a video of them. They require drilling through them to get them out. I can't remember what they're called, but I'm terrified that if I drill through them, I'm just gonna like drill through the side of the van, like slip or something, and that's slightly scary. It sounds super echoey in here now that the ply is off and there's no insulation or anything, but it's also kind of exciting because I see floor that I can clean up that looks like it's in really good condition, and like lots of places to tuck insulation, which is exciting. I really just want to get the bulkhead out, hopefully get someone to buy it, or at least somebody to come and scoop it up and take it away for me. But yeah, I just want to get it out so I can take proper measurements, get some tape down on the floor to get a sense of like how much space I actually have and where things are going to go, because at the moment most of my plans are in my head, and when I tried drawing them they just didn't really happen, so mostly in my head. Right now I also have a video that I was going to try and do for tonight, and I'm so tired because I'm not used to super long drives with no bed to curl up in halfway through, and I was in this new van for like 9 hours yesterday getting from Gloucestershire back up to Fife, so I'm a little bit tired. Look at all that space! Yeah, so it's not going to stay that much space, but once I've put in insulation and things, I'm currently sat on a wheel arch, but it's just so much bigger than Silva. So exciting! And I've done so much filming today that my camera battery is running out, so I'm going to go switch that over and catch you guys later. It does look like double-sided sticky tape.
This is the trouble with having everything looking pretty when you buy it new. When you want to dismantle it, it causes significant impediments. As we can see here, Sneaky is taking a huge screwdriver to a new van and rattling the hell out of it.
I mean, it's not brand new, it's just new to me.
Yeah.
Aha, I got it.
You got it. Well done.
I'll go do the other side.
She's at it again. Wiggle, wiggle.
So this is proving to be a little fiddly. We've managed to get the bulkhead out, which is exciting. It is now over there. This is a little bit of moulding that goes into these seats, and then there's a drawer that sits underneath them, which we've taken out. And these were all easy to remove. And that one is kind of hard to reach, because this seat does not come out. Steve has just shortened the drill bit to try and get this in under here. Kind of hoping it will now fit. I am super tired today. My eyes just feel like heavy and sleepy, and I think it's partly from like sleeping on mattresses inside houses the last few days, most of the week, and I just don't sleep well like that. So I'm actually thinking of sleeping in Silva tonight, possibly just parked on the very quiet road that my friends live on. There's only a couple of houses past them. They're basically in a little village, and it dead ends just up there. So I might just sleep in Silva. My back is a bit dodgy and it doesn't like certain mattresses. And right now I do want to sleep, but instead I'm going to try and start emptying out Silva, because I need to clean her and then need to photograph her to try and sell her. The person I thought was going to buy her has decided not to, so definitely need to advertise, which I was kind of hoping I could avoid somehow. And I have stuff just like hidden away in every little storage bit anywhere. And I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to store it all until my new build is done. So I've got like some boxes of clothes and things that can go inside my friend's house. Luckily they have a spare room with like half the wardrobe is empty, and I'm just going to stack some stuff up. They do have someone else coming to visit next week, so I need to like not just cover their whole spare room with stuff. But I have quite a bit of stuff. My current dilemma is, what do I do with my lovely massive pine cone? So today I am dismantling and taking things out of Silva. I decorated her very well. So she has things hanging everywhere to make her feel like home. In fact, already with what I've taken out, she just looks less like a home and more like a car. But everything's quite fiddly. I've got things like tied around things that have then been in place and sometimes with a bit of weight on them for like the last year or so. And it's just taking a while. I need to get her emptied to be able to photograph her. But it's also like finding places to put all of the stuff that needs to be stored until the new van is ready. And right now I'm just trying to get my hand into a really awkward spot to try and take some stuff down. It's fun. It was probably more fun putting it up, maybe. So I'm trying to get in here. I've taken some stuff out. There's some little like loopy bolts. Oh, wait a minute, that won't focus. I'm going to try and focus, but I'm also lying on my side. There's my fluffy insulation exploding. There's some loopy bolts in there with cord around them, and I had hung a washing line between the two on both sides, and also I have my lovely little prayer flags hung here, and I'm just trying to take all of this down. And on the other side I have, this is half down, I've loosened it, I've got random things hanging. It's a work in progress. It's lucky I have quite small hands. That's me all done. If you look inside this one you can see just how much insulation I've stuffed in, because the head lining is quite thick, so I made use of that space, and it's kind of a satisfying click. I also have this section here where I've put up bungee and hang jewellery and stuff, and just had a little bit of cord separating some of the earrings here. They do tend to slide all together when driving, but it's worked really well. If you have a Berlingo, I thoroughly advise this. You literally just tie knots in the bungee and just like slide it down between here. It's a bit fiddly to do, but once it's in, it doesn't go anywhere. And the loops are done the same way, just a knot at the end of the bungee, and then you can hang things from them. I had just slid out this bit of flooring that was only clipped in like underneath the seats, so when we took the seats out it disconnected, and look at the mess that's under here. You can tell what this van has been used for. So this is the like back section of the headlining that goes in a crew cab van. We had a bit of fun getting it down, probably both broke our backs. And then I have a load of cabling I've got to decide what to do with. This one runs across here, and it was running into a 12-volt socket in the back seats. I reached up in here when I saw some bubble wrap, and there's some extra cabling that would run to a light up here, which I guess was stuffed in there, and they use it when it's not a crew cab. And this section, I don't know where the back light would be. Confusing. Who knows what it's used for. And I have this crazy cabling to figure out how to hide underneath things, which is going to be fun. What I haven't done on video yet is kind of given a tour of her. So there's the front seats. I now have 3 seats, which means I can take 2 friends or family out places, which is very exciting. And then, well, I should, can't really do this from inside, can I? Here we go. This is the back of her. She has windows in the back doors, which I really wanted, because then I will get good light in, and 2 sliding side doors, and that's my friend's house outside. It's been super windy all afternoon, and it's now early evening. I have spent a ridiculous amount of time trying to clean the Silva. Can I just say I'm going to be really looking forward to not having carpet, because carpet just holds everything and I hate hoovering it. I just want to have stuff that I can wipe clean. So I'm looking forward to that. But Silva is pretty much there. I'm looking at her parked over there. I think she's pretty much there. It's getting a bit too dark and definitely too windy to try and photograph her. So hopefully tomorrow will not rain all day, which is kind of forecast. And I'll be able to get her photographed and advertised online. So this is pretty cool, except the way the design's been done means you can't really see the whole elephant, which is a bit bizarre, but I like it anyway. Steering wheel cover. It's very colourful. I kind of like it. It's a weird like neoprene material, but really grippy on the inside, so I don't think that was going to go anywhere. My first timber supply run almost ended in disaster. If I hadn't seen this deer running across the fields before I turned into the road, she probably would have gone straight through my bonnet. It's been a week since I got back with the van and it feels like I haven't accomplished much. But then I had to remind myself that I've also like emptied out Silva and given her a clean and got her photographed ready to sell and just done a lot of planning as well. But I did kind of hit a point where I was like, am I getting anywhere? But I think that's just how these things start. And then now it's starting, now that I've got like a better idea in my head of how it all is going to come together and a load of materials. I spent a day basically driving around collecting materials and sorting other things out. So I am getting somewhere, but it just felt a bit like, what have I done with the week? I've done plenty. I have to remind myself of that.